I've seen him do it.
This nigga's grasping at straws, trying to save his own fucking life.
No, come on, man.
Seen him?
There's no straw big enough.
Seen him?
Well, yeah, he'd need like a bamboo stick. Like,
What am I?
Yo,
Am I a panda?
You know what he needs? You know what he needs?
do you really want me to answer that question? I mean, come on, bruh.
You know, the funny thing is, ever since me and Serv had this conversation, the other day,
Like
he's been really light on the jokes that I've been like, I see it. The talk kind of affected him.
I'm not that affected. I mean, I'm just trying to make a change.
But then he
all.
made the joke he made before, where he was like, "Hey, you're crying 'cause you're." I was like, "Oh, now he's back to normal." I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
all right." This nigga's
Yeah, I'm
back.
glad that you saw that was my impression of you. That was pretty good, buddy. That was awesome.
I mean, it was pretty obvious.
Good for you, buddy.
It wasn't even that; it was the context. I was like, "Oh, we're taking super dicks today. We're digging deep."
Wait, you're taking super dicks deep? What?
Yeah, taking it in the butt.
Say what? And
What?
you want to do it in my butt? In my butt.
Well, I'm Butters.
Anywho, it's the Parental Advisory Podcast, yo. And
Put it in my butt. In my
that
butt.
openly gay fat man over there is...
I am Ello Soul, and you can find me at Ello Soul 463.
And Gay Pornhub.
I mean, are they paying?
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
But you can find me at Ello Soul 463 on social media, and Ello Soul YT for my YouTube and Twitch. And actually, I'm making a change. My Twitch, I'm not going to be streaming anymore on the weekends. I'm strictly going to be streaming Mondays, just because that's how my work schedule and the editing schedule when it comes to the show.
Oh, okay.
So Monday, since we're already now moving the show to recordings on Monday.
Well, we still have to discuss that. We still got to figure that out.
Oh, I thought we...
No.
Didn't you say that you were cool with it?
No, I said I was cool with doing this tonight at this hour because of whatever circumstances you had.
Oh, I thought...
But we have to figure out the other stuff first.
Okay.
But we'll get to that. We'll do
But
that.
yeah. So I'm just gonna do it on Monday. That's my day off. Sunday's my day off, but Sunday I don't want to game all day. Like literally, when I stream for like 8 hours.
Gross.
I mean, that's just typically what the streamers. I mean, the bigger name streamers, they at least do 6 to 8 hours minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum. I remember they do it every day.
And it's the people, like, do you get it, like, is it like YouTube where like certain amount of views get you a certain amount of...
We'll get into that topic. That's all my
That's
stuff.
Sly Devil with the Bruno Mars haircut
Chico Donald Glover
in the background over there.
Chunky.
Jesus, that came out terrible.
This is America.
I'm talking about the leaf. The chunky was perfect.
Eso es América. Ya tú sabes qué está pasando.
When is this gonna wrap?
You-
I'm very disappointed right now.
Senor.
Can you say your fucking name in social media?
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Listen,
It's not
he's
your turn to talk
Wilmo.
about it. Why don't you shut the fuck up? Because now you're trying to talk.
He's Wilmo.
Shut the fuck-
He's Wilmo
shut it.
Rivera.
Shut it.
Shut it down.
La fucking puerta, okay?
It's puerta.
I'm Puerto Rican, so
That is true.
I had to say
That is
like
true.
without the
Puerta.
which I don't even understand. Like,
En el cajo.
What's the next thing? Are
I
you
don't
going to
really
start giving me
understand
mofongo?
because I never really hear Puerto Ricans speak like that.
The with the hard R's.
No, with the pue, like
L's?
like without like.
Oh my god, I hear it every day.
Por-
I
Porca.
never hear it like.
Puerco.
Every day.
Like I hear it with the hard R's, but I hear people say that we don't use the hard R's, and I'm like, I've never not seen a Puerto Rican not use a hard R.
Do you know how to roll your L's as a
So you
Latino?
have seen them use hard R's.
Yes.
Okay, but not the L's. Not the R's into L's.
What like?
Puerta.
Dude, can you say your name? Like,
Why are you still speaking?
Jesus.
so then we can keep going.
I'm trying to have a good
Jesus.
educational conversation about Spanish speakers here,
They
and
don't
you're
even
just
know who
talking
you
about
are.
my name,
Nonetheless,
which is
though,
Wilmo
give 'em-
Rivera.
Thank you.
And you can find me somewhere
Where?
on this social media that you take photos
Uh-huh.
of and also videos. I'm not talking about Call
okay.
of Duty, bro.
Like an instant telegram of
Are we
sorts?
playing
Oh my
charades?
God, like for some reason, like it's almost like a chat board, but you snap photos on it.
Oh, it kind of sounds like IG.
So you could. So it's almost like an instantaneous picture of you can be seen there.
Almost.
Sort of like an instantaneous telegram.
Something along those lines. Like it's as if Hermes himself is
Delivered the message.
delivering the message
to your device.
Hermes.
Now, if Hermes was looking for your address in that neighborhood,
find me Wilmo_Chiquito.
and as always, I'm that Chico JServe. You can find me at JServe954 on all social media, JServe TV on YouTube, BroLife.net for all my music, as well as all major streaming platforms.
And you can find me.
Don't listen to these fools; they suck.
Bing, bitch.
What was the first conversation we were starting? The Twitch, right?
Yeah, so
yeah,
you're twitching too much, bro. I think it's this high sodium intake of your diet. You know, like,
I had for a second had to think about what the fuck you just said. It's like, wait, what? What the fuck does that have to do with Twitch?
You have a lot of salt in you, bro.
Wow,
you're too salty.
You did get pretty tight
You're
earlier.
too salty.
Did I?
You get super tight earlier.
I get super tight for everything.
Which is crazy because salty hydrates you, so you'd think he'd be like, yeah.
All right.
I get salty for everything. You kidding me?
His sodium levels just went up 3 points.
You literally told me last week, you need to call me and you need to do this. How many times have I called you in the past week?
Yeah,
and then said, I was like, I'm gonna prove it. That's how much salt I am. That's how salty I am. I have to prove someone wrong.
Check this out. No one was,
Check it out.
No one was at fault here, but life happened. Even still, life happened. So
we had to reschedule it 3 times.
Man, fuck you.
It was funny though.
Reschedule what?
You altered the
me
plans.
and him hanging out.
You
No, I did not alter the times. You kept telling me something came up. Did you not? The first time we said
if
Friday.
You could see Wilmo's face.
No.
When he was like, "I did not do that."
Oh,
he
so did that.
Glorious.
First of all, not only did he do that, he's the one who changed the time the first time. Friday, I call him. I'm like, "Hey, we're still good for this time," and he told me, "Well, my brother wants to hang. I was going to go hang out with my brother. Can we go to Miami?" I'm like, "Cool. Is it still okay because I'm getting off at this time?" And he was like, well, I wanted to go sooner. So we agreed. Did we not agree, Wilmo? That then we would do Saturday so you can go earlier to go hang out with your brother in Miami.
So yeah, my brother randomly came out of nowhere because he's going to go to Italy. So I was like, no, Eric, my other brother. And
the one I met?
No, you didn't meet him. So I was like, you know what, Ello, since you're going to come over to my house an hour before, like 2 hours before, like they're expecting me to be over there because they randomly came out of the blue, why don't you come with me? Which then he decided not to go with me. Which then I was like, okay, no problem. Tomorrow.
Well, I didn't say I did not decide. I told you, is the time frame of me leaving my work at that time still okay with you?
Which I said is okay, and then later you said you're not gonna go.
No.
Tomorrow.
We have this all in text. We can literally look at it.
I know.
You then said I wanted to go earlier.
Because you said you wanted to clean, and I was like, okay, I'll meet you here at your house. I'll help you do what you need to do, and
then you mentioned that you were initially going to go earlier. So I was like, well, I'm not going to hold you up.
You weren't holding me off. You just assumed. Why you assuming?
Oh my god! Because I wanted you to go hang out with your brother as much time as you wanted to.
Oh, there's that big old A word again. There's that big old A word again.
That's that one.
There's that A word. He like.
So that I was okay. So maybe yes, I assumed, but I was assuming because I wanted and out of good interest, not out of bad.
And ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned about the word assume? It makes an ass out of you before me.
Thank you. But let's just take the first day, Friday, and we both agreed to see each other.
Is that when y'all went to 10th level in the whole 9?
No,
that's where I went. Yeah,
I didn't go there because I was still on the.
Oh, so just you and Lila went?
Yeah. So I told him I was gonna hang out with Lila and her friends. Oh, did I not tell you? Okay, so let's do that. I may have because I really don't remember.
Regardless.
So regardless. Let's say I didn't tell you.
Actually, can you tell me how 10th level was? Because I've been meaning to go.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'll tell you in the story. I'll tell you in the story. So I'm pretty sure I didn't tell you.
You didn't.
I didn't tell you.
You called me like an hour right before I was closing.
Yeah, and I asked you. I didn't tell you. I asked you. if you want to hang out there after you get out of work.
But then I was just like, why would I? It's Saturday and it's 11. I'm gonna get out at 11. Are you sure you're gonna be there? Because from where I'm at, it's gonna be like an hour, 10 minutes.
I was there until 1:30.
No, you weren't.
I have receipts that say I got out.
There's no way you were there at 1:30 because you were on a phone call with me before 1, saying that you were on your way home.
Oh, plot twist! Dun, dun, dun.
What day was Saturday? The 20.
We will return after a brief message from our sponsors.
Or Funky Buddha beers over there.
I was drunk as fuck that day.
Oh yeah, I know because you couldn't even text and you're like, call me.
2 chicas filmed before in front of a live studio audience.
He was like, call me. So look, we both kind of agreed in a way that it was still the same hangout to hang out at the house. I told him, yo, my cousin's also gonna come through.
Okay, so the finality of all of this was when you and Lila finally came over to the house. Like that was the
next day.
But what I'm saying is like that was the finally like we're hanging out.
Yeah, because that was the next day.
I see.
So we're on the phone and I'm like, yo, I
had a good time. I had a blast.
Right? Oh fuck, I can't even confirm because my phone had died. I was calling off Lila's at that point. All right. But anyways, I fucking you have it. Go ahead. Let's see.
I know the times because I was texting and calling 3 to 4
No, it had to
people.
be later than that.
No, Papi.
It had to be later than that.
No.
It way had to be later than that. There's no way. Bro, it couldn't have been. I was drunk, yes. But bro,
okay,
it felt way later than that.
Therein lies.
I can do a play-by-play.
The key to this thing, because here's the thing:
I was drunk.
You were drunk, and he wasn't. He was at work.
Well, this is the thing. But something came up that you couldn't come immediately.
Yeah, I was picking up my friend and I was dropping him off.
But don't you think, regardless, that would have still hindered anything?
Yeah, but
hindered, you mean?
But regardless of the fact,
no, you said hindered. I don't know what hindered
regardless
is.
of the fact, we had Plan A and you went to Plan C to go to the bar with Lila and her friends.
Well, no. When we finish,
I love you, but I'm not gonna go and do a double shift.
But no. What did I ask you? What did I ask you? I asked you if you wanted to come, or if not, I'll meet you at your house.
Yeah, but then
and I had a beer already. I was like, I'll bring the beer with me.
But what did I say? Do you remember what I said?
You said that. Yeah. How long are you gonna be there?
Yeah, and then from there, you also were describing me how bad of a situation Funky Buddha was, that you were going to go to 10th Tavern. And I was like, all right, take your beers over there. Let me know if you're actually going to stay there for a long period of time or not, which you never called me. I had to call you. And then finally, when you answer, you're like, wait, hold on. I'm going to call you through Lila's phone because my phone's dying. Which then you proceeded to tell me you got back to Funky Buddha's after being from 10th Tavern and you were playing video games there. Then you went back. Someone was fucking you up in Street Fighter. And you were standing the whole time, so that hurt you, and that was what made you, quote unquote, tired to do anything.
I don't remember any of this.
Oh well, and then
all right. I think okay. As judge, as the okay. Prosecution, rest, defense,
but by the time,
rest.
Hold on,
no.
By the time I was talking to you, hold on. This is crucial. By the time I was already home or halfway home, you were still dropping your friend off.
Closing arguments are finished. Closing arguments are finished. Hold on, I'm about to rule.
You had just got to his house. The last thing I remember, you said, "I'm waiting for him to open the door."
Yeah, and then right after that, I'm like, "Yo, I'm gonna call you in like 5 minutes."
Okay,
and then that's when I called you,
uh-huh.
And then that's when you told me coming through, and you have a beer and stuff like that. I'm like, but what do you want to do exactly? Because you wanted me just to come to you because you were fucked up and you couldn't drive yourself.
No, I wanted to drink and smoke.
I know exactly, and I was so down, but I was just like, I love you, but it's almost 1, and I'm all the way like northish of Boca, which means I have to drive even extender.
See
amount of
that
time
I didn't know he was dropping his. That you were dropping your friend off all the way in Boca? You told me you were dropping your friend off.
And Boca. And I said it.
You didn't say Boca.
We're all in
Listen,
phone calls.
I think you've established the fact that you're in no position to establish the details.
I remember some of the night.
No.
You see my eyebrows with frustration?
Right. You remember some of the night. He remembers the night. Period. That's the difference in this argument. See, this is why I love and also hate Ello at the same time, because he will stick to his guns, which is great if you're in a heated situation, right, where the both of you might go down. You'll know he won't fold like that. Okay. However, when he's wrong, he will also not budge an inch whatsoever.
Nope.
And because you walk away from him, he thinks he won the argument.
I'm not even mad. Pero like
I'm mad.
Pero yo estoy mad, yo. Estoy cabreado. Fucking cabreado, bro. I'm pissed.
la máquina.
Me puse todo pedo and now I don't remember shit.
Wilmo, he could have an argument with me, but he'll be the calmest fucking flower. He'll just be like, I'm just in the breeze, baby.
I'm not. I just love, like, I mean, I've seen him yell before too, but, you know, like for the most part, at the very best, he's like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, he doesn't go, like, beyond that level, really. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he stays right around within that range.
I can't go through, like, that.
Like I said, I've seen the range, you know, but other than that, it you know.
I remember Wilmo told me that, I forgot, so you did something, and he was just like, don't do that. Like, he got upset. And I was like, oh, man, I wish I would have saw that. Because that's like a sight to see. I've never seen Wilmo upset. Ever.
I have my moments.
Your upset, for me, is like, eh.
Like I said, I've known Wilmo long enough.
When I see you get upset, I look at myself and I'm like, Jesus, I'm a monster.
But it really takes a lot. Like, granted, the only times I've ever seen him quote unquote lose it, it's like I can count him within my first 3 fingers. Like,
and even so, I'm not losing it.
You know, and
even and even then, there's scales.
I think he will get upset when you. I don't know how to say it, but I guess I'll say it this way. Challenge. It's not the right way to say it, but like challenges manhood. It's not the right way I'm saying it. I just don't know the other word. And I'm sorry, I'm a dumbass for saying that. Because when he told me why he got upset, I was like, oh, so you would get upset for that. Okay.
Just random dudes walk up to your dick. I want to fight you.
No, like,
I'm challenging your manhood.
I got a better way of saying it. When you try and sun him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When
you underestimate him.
I think that was why like you said, oh, you got upset because like you did something, but I don't think you did it like maliciously. But for him, it was like, no, don't do that.
Even with that, I wasn't even mad. Like, it was just like
you told the way you explained it though, it sounded like you were mad.
The text, because like remember I had like
right.
I had his name like with a huge name, which like basically he was the first recipient, which I didn't even see that there was a dot right after his name to show me that it's also in a group message.
It's a group message.
So all of a sudden I just get like all capital yelling like statement from him, and I'm like, nigga, like, don't talk down to me like you're like my dad or something.
So,
like
yeah,
yes, that's what it was.
He thought so on my side. What do you call it? He thought I was just speaking directly to him and him only. And then, so we get into it, right? And literally like 10 minutes into the argument, mind you, this is all through text message.
Trevor just texted.
He just comes in out of nowhere.
Trevor?
Yeah. He just dropped. I had forgotten. I had sent it to Trevor. Because I was just so blinded because on my side, it's like, no, I'm right on this one. And I'm just getting all this blowback from the other side, and I'm just like, how am I in the wrong here?
Just so I can mention that shit that he says that he loves about me. He has the same thing. That he has to be right. He's the same way. He has to stick to his guns. I know. He's always right in his mind.
But I'm also very much open to the idea of, okay, I stand corrected.
Humble yourself, sir.
Okay. So
you do that,
I can very much.
You do that,
but you do that very easily.
You do that, but you do that in the most narcissistic way.
Narcissistic?
No, not narcissistic, but
I do it in front of a mirror.
Yeah, that wasn't right.
To myself. I apologize, Steve.
I'm so high. I'm using words that don't even make sense. They don't even like. Establish
you do it in a ubiquitous way. Like, what the fuck, nigga? That's some new shit.
This nigga's like fucking shit out of a dictionary.
Syphilis.
The presumption of Steve,
what is it? I forgot how in How I Met Your Mother it's like it was impossible. The impossible. I forgot what it was. That shit was hilarious.
You're high.
When you
You're
mix
high.
impossible together.
Impossible?
Something like that.
Oh,
I
Jesus
forgot what it
fucking
was.
Christ.
The impossible. That's what it was.
The what?
The impossible something. That's what he said. It was.
Oh my God! You have no idea what you're speaking.
I have
right
no
now.
idea what I'm saying. The impossible.
But anyhow, so regardless, well, at least it's nice to see the behind the scenes of what took for a lovely evening, because I had a great time that night. I don't know about y'all.
Oh yeah, it was fun. No, I had fun. Wilmo, did you have fun?
What night?
Sunday night when we watched the movie.
Yeah, man, I was falling asleep. It was great.
Yeah, he was. I was seeing him.
Yeah, he was tired.
That shit was hilarious.
He was tired. He was been working all
Yeah,
fucking
man.
week.
And then we kept on stopping in between and shit. I was like, nigga, I don't want to watch a movie. This
We
is
need
making me more
we
tired.
need it.
What the fuck is going on? This is not this is not a play.
Oh
There's
my
no-
God!
there's no pause.
Yeah, there can't be an intermission, motherfucker.
Fucking assholes. Like, fine.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That was probably the best version of that plate I've ever made. Legit.
Yeah, it was really good.
Legit. I'm sorry. I had to jump back, kiss myself. Oh, it was good. I went in on that.
Are you kidding me? That potatoes tasted like ass. I wouldn't feed it to my dog.
That
Potato.
fucking
What's
meat
the
was
matter
so
with
raw.
you?
It jumped out of the plate and started singing Hakuna Matata.
You're not going to make any more food in this
Hakuna
bloody kitchen.
Matata.
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Y'all have terrible British accents.
Oh yeah, you have no idea.
I don't know what that was. I think
If
that
I
was
go to-
South African.
If I go to
That was New
Britain,
Zealand.
If I go to England, bro, and I do that, they'll just punch me.
That was a Malaysian kid who grew up in Fresno,
Some more porridge.
but then did a semester in London,
Yeah, you
and then
got
came back.
No, it's too
That's the British accent that you're doing.
The joke is too technical. You ruined it.
That's the way you're doing.
You got too technical.
You ruin it thinking you can just judge the whole technical fucking joke when you're a fucking joke yourself.
Shots fired. Jesus. Damn, Wilmo. What did I do to you?
Put ash on my tray.
Oh my god. Oh, that's
Go.
a good segue to that. That's a good segue to that.
Oh my god. Nice callback. Yeah, that ties it all in. But no, yeah, that was a good night. And you know what? Now that I actually got to watch Avengers again, the Infinity War,
Makes you want to fap.
okay.
What's your nerd self? Fap it away.
Yeah, I was doing it the whole time we were watching the movie. You didn't see me?
Well, I guess because it's so small, you can just use your finger. Oh yeah, well, I'm getting it alright.
Another thing that me and Ello have in common. See?
Nice to admit it. I like how you took.
That's
fell on-
fine. That's
I like how you
fine.
fell on your
That's
sword
fine.
to
Yeah,
allow
I
me to
did.
get pierced.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
True warrior's death.
Exactly. Exactly. You already know, baby. You already know.
That's like in PUBG. That's
I'm
like
like Gene at the end of Samurai. Yeah.
That's like in PUBG when what's it called?
Let yourself be open.
That's like in PUBG when you're like when you have no more resources but a grenade and you're just like I'm taking this dude with me.
Dude, I did that so many times with fucking Call of Duty.
I've done that too with in PUBG when I'm playing with friends and they all die.
I used to do that.
And
in,
it's like
Gears.
early in the shit, like there's still 60 people left, and I'm like, I don't want to. I just grenade.
You can actually be like a suicide bomber. In
Yep.
fucking, like those games.
In
There's
Gears,
actually
yeah, whenever I
there's
was down,
actually a
I would just-
meme that people do in PUBG, and it's like they try to do that, like they'll hear you in the house or something if you're in a house, and they'll suicide bomb you, and then they'll play like some ISIS music.
Some ISIS music? You mean some Arab music, you racist son of a bitch?
No, I'm talking about ISIS music, as in like their music when they use to bomb people.
It's just a bunch of Arab dudes just going, ISIS, 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 ISIS.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I really do hate that shit. Shut the fuck up, Steve. God.
I'm sorry.
You should be.
My lungs are being pummeled right now.
Tell your
I
lungs
don't give a
to
fuck
grow a
what it
pair of
falls.
nuts.
No, but real.
Please promise me that if that ever happens to you, that you go to the hospital.
What if my lungs
If
grow a pair of nuts?
if your lungs ever grow a pair of nuts on them, Ello.
Remember, kids, if your nuts are on your lungs, that's not a good look. That's perfect. It's perfect. Somebody clip that and put it on a t-shirt.
Cha cha cha.
He ruined it.
No, but for real talk, I hate it when
Your
people,
face ruined it.
Ooh. I hate it when people stigmatize the whole ISIS thing or terrorist thing, and then they always have to say like they have to look like an Iranian motherfucker.
That's why I just say
Yeah.
ISIS. They're their own thing.
Oh, you're talking about like in like
You
movies
hate
and
hate
shit?
that if we call ISIS ISIS?
No, I hate it like, okay, like me, look at me. I'm brown and I have a beard automatically.
Oh
someone-
yeah, you could be casted as like an Arab
Yeah.
dude in a movie or TV
But
show.
not even like that. Like, I even get Spanish people look at me and I'm like, so when are you gonna like shave off that ISIS beard? And I'm like, damn, you niggas.
Oh yeah,
What?
I get that. I get
Somebody's
that.
actually told you that?
Yes. I've even heard la. Family members have said it too to me, and I'm like,
Oh
nigga,
my god, I've
what?
had I have one lady this one client at the
Surf
shop.
definitely does look like
She
Arab.
called yeah. Plus I have a bald head too, so it's
the
like
bald head and the beard. Bro.
yeah, with the glasses and everything. It's like I have like the fucking look, you know. But I had a Spanish lady call me mi Taliban. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Did you
She just shot you with that like.
And I was just like, oh, okay.
When I grew out my beard, and my hair,
Dios mío.
when I
Mijo,
grew out
¿qué-
my
qué es lo
beard
que
and my
está
hair, I
pasando,
look like
oye?
it.
He's just dropping el teléfono like
Como un
Eso es
pan
como
con
la-
like with this
Yeah.
one we're going on like cinco, bro.
Es como, you know,
I got it.
se está
Don't worry.
cayendo como un pan con leche, no sé.
What?
No sé.
I don't know. That's his.
He's
lingo.
falling. It's falling like a
Pan con leche.
Pan
No,
con
no.
leche, man.
yeah
Pero déjala
milk
ma-
bread. What does that mean? Is that bread that's dipped in milk that you drop, or
Pero
is it milk that has breadcrumbs in it and
No
you
puede
drop
ser,
that?
no puede ser sin la sazón.
Is it a dessert?
Sazón.
Is it an entree?
Yo creo que estaba diciendo palabras en español porque quiere ser, you know, de esa persona que tiene que decir algo en
Lunes.
español.
Martes.
Yo tengo un grande cato en mi pantalón. If you know where,
Heard it here, he's got
All
a
white
fat
people
pussy.
always like to
If
go
you
for
know
that
where-
one.
if you
God
know
bless
where,
you, Martin Lawrence.
if you know where that line's from, you get cool points.
Oh yeah, if you don't know that that's from Blue Streak, you're a fucking asshole.
I mean, well, some of the people that might not know that if they're born like after 2005.
Still assholes.
They can go rot in hell.
Yo,
You
speaking
think
of
right?
2000s, yo, I saw a meme today. Some girl put up. She's like, I was at the club the other night, and the DJ went, "Where are my 2000 babies at?" And all the club went wild. He's like, and I just knew that was my time to go home.
That's it. That's over for you. That's over for you.
Ah, shit fucking had me rolling for a solid 5,
Oh
bro.
my god. Imagine people from the 80s and 70s.
Oh
though.
my god, dude.
In
I
clubs
could
in the
never
90s.
oh god. When I step foot in clubs, man, it fucking sucks. It's just the worst. I don't recognize anything.
Yeah, I'm starting to find out later in life theme bars are my thing. That's my
right,
thing
like-
now. Because I'm like 10th Tavern has literally become my McLaren's pub.
To be honest with you, like I've been going
McLaren's pub?
Hi, I Met Your Mother.
What is it with you and the How I Met Your Mother fucking references right now, bro?
I don't know, man. I like the show.
God.
I was like this when I first saw the show, and I'm just like reliving it because I've rewatched
He
it.
needs it, man. He needs it.
It's like Cowboy Bebop, Yu Yu Hakusho, Full Metal Alchemist. You got to watch it like once every 2 years. It's
Seen
just
it
got to
one
be
time.
a rebuffer.
Seen it one time. Still refuse to watch it because you keep trying to make me watch it.
What you watch?
And
Yu Yu Hakusho?
what was the third one that you said?
I said Full Metal Alchemist, Cowboy
And
Bebop.
I'm still going through Brotherhood. I saw.
Well, yeah, but you're
SML.
not like a super anime. You're like as
I'm
casual.
I'm an anime fan. I'm not a fanatic.
I wouldn't even say you're a
No,
fan.
no.
I would
I'm
say
a-
you're.
no, no, I'm
I
a
would say
fan.
you're a casual.
I'm a fan. You're a stan. That's the difference.
No, I'm an otaku.
No, you're a stan.
No, I'm an otaku.
Do you know what a stan is?
Do you know what an otaku is?
I know what an otaku is. Do you know what a stan is?
That's what an otaku is.
Are you talking about like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
I don't know the reference.
That's why I say he's not a... Because a fan of anime would know the big name ones.
Right, I know.
JoJo's super big. Everybody knows the fuck JoJo.
I know the big ones.
Name me the big ones.
Like the big ones. Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, Bleach, Full Metal, them shits. You know what I'm saying? I know the big ones. All the deep in the Gang Crest and fucking...
The what?
The record of Gang Crest War, whatever, that one. Ghoul, Tokyo Ghoul. Like, it's on my list. I've yet to see it, though. But, I mean, like, that's just part and parcel with what I go. That's just how I do things. I have the Pusha T album, which is 7 tracks. I've yet to hear it.
I'm still stuck on you said Tokyo Ghoul was the biggest.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking nectar.
I'm just talking about just known ones. Like, so, but a Stan.
Like,
you remember the Eminem song Stan?
Yes, I know what you mean by a Stan. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You like follow the shit. You know the insides, the backsides, the left, right. You know the entire scope of it, the history behind it, the culture behind it, and all that shit. Like, I don't. You're my reference point for that. You know what I mean? So I'd be considered a fan because I do support anime and I love anime, but you truly like it's a passion. For me, it's not a passion. I support anime. I love anime. I love watching anime.
All right.
But
what anime have you completely watched?
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann.
Okay.
Trigun.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You've seen all of Trigun?
Mm-hmm.
Movies included?
No.
Okay, you haven't seen
the series. I'm talking about just series.
Movies are a part of the series.
Yeah.
Batman animated series. Western anime.
Yeah,
okay, so you haven't seen all of Trigun.
But it was drawn in Korea.
Anime.
Anyways, so you've seen all of Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Full Metal, the first one.
All of Full Metal?
The first one.
Including movies?
I'm telling you, I
The
don't
movies
watch.
are a part of the series.
I haven't seen the movies.
Okay, so you haven't seen it all. You haven't seen it all. Including Full
Well,
Metal.
actually, I saw the movie that
Zodiac
ends
Warriors.
the first one.
The Zodiac Warriors, that's one too.
Yeah. Saint Seiya. Endless Waltz.
No, there's no way you've seen Sensei because Sensei is going on right now.
Yeah, I'm talking about the original run from back in the late 80s.
Man,
Did you just say that?
it's okay. It's not
It's
that great.
that's
It's
the
not-
original run.
It's not the greatest. It's
All,
not,
all
it's
the
not-
shit that's
it's
coming
not
off
better
now,
than
that's
OG.
all just expansions of the original shit. I saw the original story.
Yeah, you never saw the original anime. You never saw the original anime.
Have you seen the original anime?
There's new episodes. Dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
they have
The
they have
original anime storyline.
Yeah, but like it's
no, they've expanded it now. That's not the storyline
They
anymore.
did it about a year ago, bro. I know they expanded, but they then continued.
Right, on that new storyline. That's not from the original run.
That's like you saying like, have you seen all of like Pokemon?
Like, you see how they did Super?
Seiya.
No. What they did with Super is how they did that.
No, that's
what
not a
I'm
good
trying to
one.
tell you.
Yu-Gi-Oh, that's a better one.
Okay, now if you're telling me Yu-Gi-Oh,
No,
that's
I'm
a
saying,
different.
No, I'm saying what
All
you're
right,
trying to
hold
tell
on.
us
Let me go back.
right
Let me
now.
go back to ones that I finished.
What's that one from the
Bebop. I've seen Cowboy
The
Bebop.
one from the 90s.
Samurai Champloo.
In space that you like.
I'm sorry.
There's an
Oh,
oldie-
Tekka Man Blade.
Boom.
Seen that one.
Haven't you seen Ronin Kenshin?
I've been watching it. I haven't finished that one.
He's yet to name a big anime.
According to you.
He's actually named a couple already.
No. I mean, like, they're okay. You have to take away your fandom when it comes to saying what a big anime is.
No. I'm just talking about. I'm not
Because
talking
for
about big
me, Cowboy
animes.
Bebop is a big anime to me, but it's not the biggest anime of when you consider a Bleach, a Naruto, a One Piece, a Dragon Ball.
I really still,
Gigantic animes.
I really don't really
That span years.
I really don't really like consider like Bleach like on top on that kind of level. I think people just keep on referring Bleach as one of those like great
Death
animes
Note.
because it's been put into America.
No, Bleach is up there because of the storylines they had. Yes, granted, they had 3 really bad storylines that could have fucked
How
it
long
up.
did it take for them to write that whole thing?
I think Bleach went 5 years, 4 years.
Yeah, that's not that long.
Compared to the other ones we're talking about, Full Metal and Cowboy Bebop,
Yeah,
those all ended within a year.
You're literally just marking a large anime because legit it is a large anime. That's not what that's not what we're exactly we're talking about. We're talking about known animes, which he's already like named a lot, which people already would put underneath their belt and consider that those are animes like to be watched.
I'm talking about big name animes.
Yeah,
hold on.
I don't care about the big name.
Hold on, I'm categorizing them. That's how I listen. I've gotten so far with anime that I've gone from fandom to analyzing.
Have you seen all of Cold Case?
Fuck yeah, manga too. Yeah, I'm up to date with all of it.
Okay, but he wouldn't do something like that because it wouldn't interest him. Naruto doesn't really interest him like that.
But
Bleach doesn't really interest him.
That's why I say he's not an anime fan. You know what I mean? He's not an anime fan. He's an anime. He's a casual person where it has to suit him. An anime fan will watch all of it.
But at the same time, like
you've watched anime probably because I know you're an anime fan. You've watched anime that you probably didn't like going in, but you still watched it. I have. Most anime people have.
Once I don't like it, I switch on to something that I do want to watch. To be honest.
Really? You break my heart. Get in the box.
I'm not breaking your heart. I'm saying the truth. Why would I
bursting a tear?
Why would I want to watch something that's
the
crap?
truth, nigga, the truth.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Don't like Death Note. Never watched Death Note. Watched 1 or 2 episodes of Death Note.
Yeah, not a fan.
Not in there.
Any particular reason?
Just never got me.
Just the story itself?
Never got me.
It's funny. It's coincidentally, it's actually that particular anime that got me into manga specifically, like getting the books themselves, you know, before like, and then I found out a couple years later that they were coming out with an animated series for it, and I was just like, oh my god, it's fucking amazing, you know. So I had a really good time. You know, the movie.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense what you just said. You said you watched it, and that's what got you into getting the manga. And then you found out.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. I read it.
I was like, wait, what?
I read it. My buddy Seiya, coincidentally, shout out to the homie Seiya. He had the books.
I understand Sensei is one of your favorites,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not a real person.
This Seiya actually is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a father of 2 now. Yeah, he's a great dude. Anyhow, so he what do you call it? He had the books. He had chapters 1 through 4, I believe. So I got the first one just because I looked at the first one because, you know, the covers are, you know, the book is backwards, so the cover's in the back technically, you know, according to our system. So the cover's technically facing out to you as the way he had it set up in his room. So when I saw it, I just saw the animation, and it's got, you know, light and Ryuk and everything, and the dark, and it was black with the purple and everything on it, and I was just like, oh shit, that looks fucking awesome. And I'm like, what is that? And he's like, oh, it's this it's a Japanese comic book.
Can I fap to it?
Please.
I'm starting to think that would be his follow-up question to anything that he brought up ever when he was growing up.
There you go.
Well, this here is a corn. Can I fap to it? And that over there is Brussels sprouts.
Would you like this sub toasted? Can I fap to it?
Paper.
Can I stick my schlong in there and fap?
Yeah, paper or plastic. Can I fap to it? Will that be cash or credit, sir? Can I fap to it?
Depending on the currency, can I fap?
Extra, read all about it. Fapping everywhere. Unleaded or super? Can I? I can't even finish it. Oh, jeez.
You know, it'd be a ridiculous video.
Just Ello's right arm is just supremely fucking toned. You know, it looks like what was the Jiren's buddy, the one that was like training to be a god of destruction. Topo. He's got like Topo's arm on the right hand side.
Some fucking Brock Lesnar arms.
Oh, man,
and then fucking Yamcha no, not even Yajirobe on the left side.
Yo, his dick must look like battle scars.
Looks like Vegeta after a Big Bang.
I was gonna say Goku after a spirit bomb. Cocky eye, like.
Don't worry.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. we were going to the same road. We were just gonna take different routes. Oh god.
You were Vin Diesel and Paul Walker.
Yeah, exactly. You owe me a 10-second car.
You thought you didn't think you were gonna leave without saying goodbye.
R.I.P. to the homie Paul Walker. To the homie, like I knew him.
I heard they're coming out with a movie for him, right? I heard about that. Something.
Really?
Or a series or something. I forgot. There's some
Paul Walker the series? Like
I
what?
forgot what it is. They're doing something for him, cinematic wise.
Like a documentary or something, maybe.
Maybe, I'm not sure, but I remember reading about that somewhere. I mean, you see so much shit on Facebook and Twitter and all that shit people share. But I remember the last Paul Walker.
Just bring the mic closer to you so you can lean back.
Oh, the last Paul Walker thing I seen is something about a movie or something.
True. Nah, I didn't hear or see anything about that.
Oh, what if it's a dramatic version of how Paul Walker became Paul Walker? Like they get a guy who looks like Paul Walker.
He was born Paul James Walker.
Think about it. He starts going to acting scenes or like gigs, and then he gets the Fast and the Furious gig. And then they go through all of them or whatever. Mm-hmm. How many there is. They get to.
By the time they get to 6, they're like, I think they added some rappers on this one. Oh, and a soccer player. And then they just jump to the next one.
And then from there you go to like I guess the car crash. That would be a really dumb thing to do, but I think Hollywood would figure out a way to do it somehow. We'd be like, well, why don't you just come out with a documentary? Well, we wanted to represent his life as an actor, so we thought we would.
So why don't you just have a film festival of his movies or something?
Well, we wanted to make the impact of how the Fast and the Furious franchise.
What are you doing right now?
I don't know,
that's just generic Hollywood guy.
Hollywood guy in the office.
Generic Hollywood exec by Ello Soul.
We're going to do the movie in theaters worldwide.
It sounds like he's doing a really bad Dr. Evil impression. You know, which is just a really bad what do you call it? What's the dude from SNL that runs everything?
It's not
Something L.
Jerry Seinfeld?
No, he doesn't run every SNL.
I would like to have you know who I'm trying to go for? I'm trying to go. I forgot the actor's name, but he was in Supernatural. I think he played. I forgot which devil he played, to be honest with you. But he was in the 3rd season, and he had this like, I'm going to stab you, and like, but it was much more like menacing than I can do it. It was
you ever
super like when you hear, you're like, God damn, that's a scary ass voice.
You know what voice I actually find menacing? If it was to tell me these exact words, like, you're going to die now because I'm going to kill you. Okay, if they were to say those same exact words, this is the voice I would be I would piss myself blind. Okay? Because of how scared I would be. Look up the name Truman Capote.
Truman Capote. Is this guy from like back in the 30s?
No, this dude is from like back in the 60s, 70s.
Truman. C-A-P-O-T? Capote? Okay.
Capote. No. Don't go to that one. Go down. Yeah, actually, you know what? Yeah, go to the first one. Just fine. Just play that one. Is that Philip Seymour Hoffman or Johnny Carson? Oh, okay.
You don't want to get fucking copyrighted by Taco Bell. And that cheese is going to the crush. It's like they're just slapping different layers of whatever. They're like, you know what? Just put a shell on it. How are we going to keep it together? Fucking put meat and cheese. Who gives a shit?
Would you welcome, please, Mr. Truman Capote?
Oh, I like this guy's swagger, you know what I'm saying? Gave a little Heisman, shaking hands. This guy's the life of the party.
Is this a precedent? I don't think I've ever seen this type of, I don't want to say it's an ad exactly, but it certainly is
What it
prestigious.
is, it's an experiment in calligraphy.
Yeah.
You see, you take a magazine, you take the cover of the thing,
Right.
and then you have the whole thing designed as calligraphy, and instead of using any kind of illustration.
See, if I had been a man of letters, I would have said this is an illustration of calligraphy. I just said it's a first.
You see, I want to kill you.
You're going Brando. You're going Brando.
I'm gonna make him an offer.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just like you're like a hop, skip, and a jump away from that.
He can't say no to because I'll shoot him.
But if that voice was to
I'll
tell me,
shoot him in the face.
yeah, well,
That's what
I'm going to kill you now. You know, you're going to die now because I'm going to kill you.
I am going to get in front of him and I'm going to tell him,
You're going to die now. Philip Seymour Hoffman did a great job on his life story. They did a movie about him. But yeah.
It'd be funny if
With Johnny Carson there.
It'd be funny if a guy does a Marlon Brando impersonation, and then another guy does a Kennedy impersonation, and they just talk to each other.
Oh, just
but like dumb shit.
Two dudes that do impressions,
but just saying dumb shit as Kennedy and then as Marlon Brando.
As Marlon Brando.
I want to say that,
man, I'm telling you, her pussy was so wet.
I went to the club and now they're doing this thing called fleeking. It's when you're on fleek.
I don't even know how to do a Kennedy.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I have no idea.
how to do a Kennedy.
Put John Kennedy on. Let's see if we can do a John Kennedy impression.
I'd like to say it's like a deep New York accent.
No, he's from Boston. He's from Massachusetts.
Then you got to be like
to Boston. But he spent some time in England, so he had as a child, so he kind of has like a British.
What is this voice?
Yeah,
see, what is that?
That's old gangster voice.
That's
from
old
the
gangster
20s.
from what? New York,
the 20s, Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah,
see, she's a dang piece, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Charlie, call up the boys. Let them know that it's going down tonight, this evening, at midnight.
Yo, that
make sure
I
that
used
the fuzz
to love
is
how
all
they
about.
talk, though.
You know,
Johnny,
yeah.
tell them that the boys are going to be coming.
Apparently, it
for them.
Serve does it really good.
Apparently, it came from like theater, like Shakespearean theater and stuff like that, like proper classic theater on Broadway and stage and shit like that. So because on the stage, you know, mind you, these are the early days of movie making. So I think that's pretty much done. These are the early days of movie making. So the technology, they still had they were still playing it acting as if like it was in a play. So when it came to it being filmed, they were just like, okay, we're just translating it to this. But they didn't know that with film, you don't have to act so much. You can just be. You know what I mean? So in the transition into that, you know, and just of the, you know, also the colloquialism of the time, and you know the way people spoke and everything like that, the cadences and the words and everything like that was just completely different than what it is now. You know, so that's why they all sounded all fucking cartoonishly like that. You know, like the women, they always sounded like either they sounded so relaxed, or they were in the worst fear of their life ever when they spoke. It was like, oh darling, you know, it was a lovely evening, you know, today, you know, thank you for everything. And then it's just, I don't know what to do. I just don't see how this is going to happen. You know, I'm just terrified, mortified. I just do not believe that this is happening right now. Like they always just have like.
See, this is the cool thing about having Serve, because he's lived so long.
Exactly.
That, you know, it's such good memory.
Jesus, like I heard it like a truck's asking you to move out of the way.
He was
Like
there.
an
He was like,
ambulance.
"Hey, young girl, I'm Jay Sir."
What the fuck?
Hey, Dame, you ever been with a Highlander? I'm the Latin flavor.
I'll tell him right now. I come from Winfield.
Yeah, I come from a street that technically doesn't exist at this time.
You'll probably meet Winfield
Do you
there.
understand? I think the city of Margate didn't come to be until like the early 70s. Like late 60s, early 70s.
And what are the impersonations are doing? The
Well,
like 20s?
That's 20s. Okay, so we got Kennedy. Yeah. The speech that yeah, there you go. Moon speech. That's a beautiful speech, actually. As we embark.
Can you do an Obama? Really, Obama's just like you got to pause.
No, you just got to have the cadence. If you have the cadence, you're down. You can literally just speak. You can literally just speak as yourself, and you basically have
They think
a Barack Obama.
we're not going to win.
No. See, no. It's staccato. The way he speaks is more
Oh,
staccato.
I'm doing a Southern.
It's
I
more.
think we're not going to win.
Yeah. You're doing like a Mike Huckabee. Yeah.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
It's Clint Eastwood doing
Is that
Barack Obama.
Clint
It's Clint Eastwood doing Barack Obama.
My fellow Americans.
My fellow Americans.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Do
literally.
you feel lucky?
My fellow Americans.
Bitches.
Yo, skip the ad. Why am I watching near fat people lift shit?
President Hitler, Mr. Vice President, Governor, Congressman Thomas, Senator Wiley, and Congressman Miller, Mr. Webb, Mr. Bell.
This is a 17-minute speech. The first 8 is just him thanking people, addressing people.
I appreciate your president having made me an honorary visiting professor. and
Yeah,
I'm
you can
going
tell
to
he's from
you
Boston. Have made me an honorary.
Professor?
Yeah.
I am delighted to be
Kind of
here.
sounds a little bit
and I'm
Irish.
particularly delighted to be here on this.
Yeah, he's
At
of
the
Irish.
end of
He's
it.
of yeah,
Is
Kennedy.
Is he Irish?
He's of Irish
Boston
descent.
people are like.
For the most part,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Knowledge, in a
It was
state
much
noted
more
for
distinguished
progress,
back then.
in a state noted for strength.
I got a friend from Boston.
Each
Each
Doesn't sound
state
quite
noted for
Irish.
strength.
Three, where we meet in an hour of change and challenge, in a decade of hope and fear,
Fear.
in an age of both knowledge and ignorance.
Oh, you think got enough? Let's see. Let's see.
I can't do it.
Wilmo?
I've been trying to do it this entire time. I can't do
Wilmo?
I can't do
it. The
it.
knowledge and
I
peace
can't do it.
today. Peace today. Yeah, I
We're
agree.
alive,
They're alive
No, see, no.
and winning.
You're going Southern. You're going
Because
Southern.
we grinning.
John F. Kennedy starts rapping.
They try to
Jay.
shoot me.
JF Killer.
I'm taking
Starts-
down the whole CIA.
JF Killer starts a beef with Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface is taking that all day. What you do? You was president?
Oh my god. But yo, so 10th Level Tavern, where is it actually?
You take Prospect all the way down past Dixie, and then it turns into like basically you get to the end, and then you make a right or a left. Like there's only so far you can go into the Prospect. Mm-hmm. If you make a right, then you'll go down.
Street from fucking Buddha. You've been
Yeah,
to
it's right
fucking
across the
Buddha.
street from Funky Buddha.
Oh, it's in that same. Oh, it's off
Yes,
Oakland.
yes.
Oh, okay. I think you could have just said Oakland.
Is it Oakland?
It's not there. It's Oakland. It's off of Oakland. But I know, yeah, it's off Dixie. It's off Dixie. It's off Dixie,
Did you
basically.
not see my face? I was just like, nigga, it's right.
So now, how do they have it set up?
So they have two
It's a door.
stores next to each other. That
There's
they,
a door.
They got two stores next to each other. Well, sorry, not next to each other. It's like they have a bar, and it looks like they just bought the next door and then converted that. So what they did is the left side is a typical bar. You go in the wall. There's a divide between both stores. So let's say the wall on the right. That's where the bar area is.
Okay.
Right, and it goes all the way down into near the bathroom. The left side though stretches farther than the bar area, so it has like this dip, right? So it would have like on the left side, it's just a long shelf table that goes all the way length past the bar, and then chairs are there, and then each like small 2 people area has a TV.
Okay.
And then each of them have a system. PlayStation, GameCube. They have, I think, 3 different arcade ones that are already built in. But then they also have one arcade machine at the end.
Oh, they have consoles, like proper arcade consoles,
then
too?
in the front, there's like this small area in the front of the bar. Before the bar area and that wall where the shelving is. And they have a TV next to on the left side of the wall. That's on a furniture, and then 2 people can sit there, and then they have a PlayStation 4 or whatever, and then they have a couch, and then there's a big screen TV there, and you can play. I think they have like PC on that shit. Then on the right side, it's just a big ass table in the middle. It's just a big ass table in the middle, and that table has, I think there was 4 on each, so there was 8 TVs, and all of them either have PS4s or Xbox Ones, and you can. Those are the ones where if you want to play competitively, like the PlayStations will have like most of the fighting games on there. Dragon Ball Z, all the Street Fighters,
oh nice,
Mortal Kombat,
nice.
They'll already be pre-installed.
Oh, that's awesome.
And people will either have like their controllers or they'll actually have their pads.
Oh, and you can bring your own shit.
You can bring your own pads. Yeah, they have pads too, but there's only like 3 or 4 that I've seen.
Yeah, you never want to use.
So like you got to get there like early. But that shit opens at like 12 in the afternoon.
Okay,
that stays open until like 3.
True.
So they have a stage, and that's in the other side where the big table is with the TVs. They have a stage there, which you can have at least like not 16 chairs, I'm saying too much, like 10 chairs. If you were to take the chairs out, you'd have more people standing than sitting down, really. And then they have a big TV that is connected to the stage. And like they have like always like gaming tournaments on there where it's like Dota 2 playing or something. But other than that, and then they have a TV on the other side. Like for nights that there's no entertainment, you can request music and then you can play Guitar Hero and then play that music.
Oh, nice.
Some people even were singing it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we're like, it's open hour. Just choose your. They have this fucking binder of every song in the Guitar Hero.
Oh shit!
It's like fucking 40 pages of music. And then you can just play any one of those. But like, I'm going to play that one, and they'll pick it. But yeah, that's Tenth Tavern, bro. It's really nice. It's a really cool place.
How are they on pricing? They only have beer, right?
They have beer, they have wine, they have...
But they don't have hard liquor.
I don't think they have hard liquor now. But you have Funky Buddha right next door. You can just get hard liquor there.
No, you can't.
At Funky Buddha?
No.
Oh, is it just a craft beer place?
Yeah. It's Funky Buddha.
Their beer is really good, though, bro. At 10th Tavern. And it's not bad pricing. Their lowest drink, $5. Their highest drink, $8. Their lowest drink is... Yeah, that I completely went away from the mic. Their lowest drink is $5, and their highest drink is $8.
True. It's not bad.
Yeah, it is not bad. Plus
if they had a kitchen, they would be banking. If they had a kitchen...
Oh, they don't serve food at all?
No, if they had it, they have, but they always have a something outside. Somebody's always there. Like, there was a hot dog guy there, and he was making some badass hot dogs, man.
That sucks.
Well, there was also another person selling sandwiches.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. The hot dogs themselves don't suck. It's just that the fact that I can't have hot dogs. I was just like, oh, that sucks. I can't have those.
Well, they also had... there was another guy there that was selling sandwiches. So you could have got, like, a turkey sandwich. You can have turkey, right? Turkey and bread? I'm literally asking him, can you have food? Can you eat?
Can you breathe?
Is oxygen a problem for you?
Do you just drink... What do? Do you just eat water? Like...
Actually, I have to have the hydrogen removed from my water before I consume it.
Get the fuck out of here.
So what happens if I give you a soda? You're gonna blow up like a pop?
Let me tell you what's gonna happen, buddy. He's gonna go pop. Pop, pop, pop.
Listen here, Sonny.
Either you go pop or the gun goes pop.
Either way, we're gonna have a good time.
Either pop goes the weasel or the weasel goes pop. That's up to you now.
That's your decision.
Again.
What if it was a guy that just repeatedly said that? It's up to you now. It's your decision. You make it what it is. It is up to you to make the whale, yes.
Oh, Lord. Oh. So.
But 10th Tavern, yeah, is a dope spot. It is a dope spot. We should definitely perform there. It would be really cool.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'm always down to do a set.
Cool set with ready music. You know, not the type of music where, you know, you have music playing while you're rapping. What is it called?
Karaoke?
No. Is that what it? Well, that'd be technically, yeah.
Lip syncing, you mean?
We would do the opposite.
Not lip syncing?
Not lip syncing.
Yeah, who said we'd be lip syncing?
Lip dancing.
My lips don't sink, they dance, nigga. My lips float, they never sink.
They can dance if they want to.
I have the most floatable lips in the entire galaxy, motherfucker. Fuck your seat cushion. My lips can be a flotation device in the case of crash.
My one of my friends I was talking to, he was telling me, like, he went out with this girl and it was a really bad date. He's like, man, I really hate those type of, when he was explaining the woman, and it was like, as she was explaining, I was like, yeah, that would annoy me. And it was like the type of woman that says, like, whatever you say goes back to her, but she's trying to make herself look good. Like, he would say, he specifically said that. He's like,
I hate girls that say like all the time.
Como que?
Like? Like, what do you mean?
Like the word like.
Oh, I see what you mean.
I hate it in Spanish. Como que?
But he said that he told her, I really like how it's because I guess it was like a really nice night out. Like you can see the stars a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I really like nice how it looks, the stars. And he's like, I'm the only star in this world.
He's like?
No. He's like, I like how the stars are. And he's like, he just told me, he's like, she said, I'm the only star in the world.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, what? And then he said something about the...
See, in that situation, I would have been like, that's a good one. Yeah, that's pretty funny. And if she would have just looked at me like, fuck you mean? Then I'm like, oh, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he said when he had gotten wine, and he was like, oh, it's really fine wine. Because he was like, oh, I he didn't know how much it was. He thought it was going to be cheaper. But the restaurant he picked, like, their wine was, like, pretty expensive. So he's like, oh, it's really fine wine.
It's $45 a glass.
Sounds like 50, 60.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And she said something along the lines of, oh, well, that wine ain't finer than me. Like, it was just another, like, thing of saying that she's, like, the best. So it was, he's like, it was weird. It's like every fucking thing I would say, she would have to then take it back to her. The whole date.
She was obviously a fan of Tupac.
So what you're saying is she's a fan of rap music. Okay.
All eyes on me.
So much trouble in the world.
Have you ever seen that video of speaking of
R. Kelly pissing on that little girl? You fucking dog. What's wrong with you, son? That's crazy, dog.
I was talking about that yesterday.
Where did that come from?
She
Wait,
didn't
what?
move. She wanted it.
What the hell?
I see piss, I move.
She didn't even flinch.
She saw piss, she stayed.
She got pissed on before. She didn't even flinch.
Who said that? That was it. Dave Chappelle? That was it. Dave Chappelle.
What?
That line.
Oh, that's from the Boondocks.
Oh, right. That was from the Boondocks. But no, I saw this. I had saw it before, but I recently saw it the other day. It was this video, and it was from this radio station. And they do those things where it's like if a girl calls in or a guy calls in, he's like, oh, I had this date with this dude or this girl, and The date went well, but they haven't given me a call back in like 4 or 5 days, and I really want to show them that I like them. So the radio station will be like, well, we'll call them live on the radio so that you can tell them that you like them, and maybe that will help.
Okay.
So you never done that, or
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was so weirded out.
No, I'm just saying okay because I'm like, oh, this could only go but one way.
So
terribly.
It was this woman. She called the radio station. I think she was in like her 40s, and she.
Well, no, you've already established it. She had a bad date or whatever.
She had a bad date. Oh no, she had a good date. And she even
she hasn't called him back. She hasn't called her back.
Right, but this is the thing. This is how everything leads up. She had said the date went well. The date was so good that even
they had sex.
They had sex.
Okay.
Right?
And so she gave up the cookies on the first date.
And she was...
Good for you, girl.
She was surprised because it was like, I haven't dated anybody since the divorce.
Listen,
Hold on.
I'm sorry, just a little sidebar real quick. Okay, ladies, it is totally okay to have sex on the first date if you are comfortable with doing that. There's no rule saying that's going to make you less than just because you do that, ladies. Okay, so just a little public service announcement. Little public service announcement. Anyhow, continue, please.
It would have been perfect if Sir said, "And to the lady I'm going to be going out with tomorrow night, live a little, be ambitious."
I'll just summarize what he was trying to say.
Follow your dreams into my dick.
I'll just summarize what
part of the reason I want to go out on the dates because I see you seem like a go-getter. Yeah.
That's how the Alexa President Obama shit.
Yeah, you seem like a
go-getter.
Yeah, you seem like a go-getter. Yeah,
I can totally picture the president saying that shit.
You have a can-do attitude, and
you're going places.
I can definitely see you going places.
He does that.
Yeah, and it's not until
yeah, like that. It's you got to have it like that little pause.
You reach your full potential.
Yeah, no.
To make it to where you want to make it.
Yeah, exactly. Like you got to have that little pause, and then like it just clear, concise thoughts. That's how he always spoke. He always spoke like this.
You hear the other side, and you just shoulders off.
He would just
You ever seen that one? That's something he did.
What?
It was when he was running for president the first time. And he's like, you hear this other side, the right side, and it's just nonsense, and it's just like you just gotta, and it's just you just gotta, you got a little bit of
gotta brush.
He didn't even say it. He was just like, you just get it out of here.
He did
it in such a presidential dad way.
Honest to God, like that man, despite all the bullshit that happened under him, to me, he was the equivalent of that dude that is playing in the background over there.
John F. Kennedy?
Yeah, he was my Kennedy. There will never be another president like him, ever.
Who, Barack?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, there won't be. Too much swagger.
That was the last motherfucker. That was the last black dude from Hawaii that you will ever find.
He's the guy at the last inaugural dinner or whatever they have, the one that they have like every year, at the White House. Mm-hmm. When he had his last one, he said some shit, and he's like, Obama out, and dropped the mic. Get the fuck out of here. No other president is going to do that shit. No other president has the balls to do that shit.
That combo between him and Joe Biden, it was just genius.
Joe Biden was great because he didn't give a shit either. So it's like, I don't know.
My friend.
I'm the vice president, bitch.
I remember in the debates when he went up against Paul Ryan. And mind you, this is the first time ever that vice presidential candidates were having debates. That wasn't something that ever happened before. That was the first time.
That whole thing ruined Paul Ryan.
Oh, really. Totally. He got completely owned in that debate.
That's why I'm not surprised when he's like, I'm not going to come back as House Speaker. I was like, of course you're not going to come back.
I like how he just if you go back to those debates, you will see him going, and my friend here with this loose talk. And I remember my boy Sean, we were watching it and we were just texting each other back and forth, and he was just like, oh shit, he just said fuck you from the 40s.
God damn it.
Loose talk. My friend here with all this loose talk.
You hear the shit that Jon Stewart used to always say about Paul Ryan? Is he looks like he always wants to work out. Like he just has the face and the body of like he used to do these photoshops and make fun. He's like and everybody is waiting for the Senate to hear except Paul Ryan because he just waits until his Fitbit turns back on or some shit like you know what I'm saying. And then he's like, and it's like everybody checks his like. There was this story. It was so fucking hilarious. He was doing a story about how when Hillary Clinton had her health scare in the middle of the election, and they're like, look at everybody's working out. And he's like, he had pictures of like politicians working out, and he's like, and except Paul Ryan, who the only time that he looks at his Fitbit is when he's done fucking, and it's like a picture of him like naked like this and a Fitbit, and he's like, it looks like he's like fucking, and it's just like, damn, bro, it's so fucking hilarious. Paul Ryan is an idiot. Paul Ryan, I'm sorry, he's a fucking dumbass. How do you say for years that the government is not supplying the American people and is raising the debt ceiling year by year and creating more debt for future Americans? Then you become the House Speaker, and then it got worse in the past 40 years when you were there. And he hasn't even been. How long has Trump been president now? 2 years.
We're going in. Yeah, we're in the second year now.
In 2 years, he's obliterated like
no.
The
We're
last.
in the second year.
Well, in 18
months, let's say.
18 months, Paul Ryan obliterated what his 40 years of predecessors has done to the debt. And now he's leaving. He's like, I'm not coming back as a House Speaker. Of course, you're not coming back, bro. Fuck out of here. If you stayed 2 more years, we'd be gone. We wouldn't be America no more. We'd have to sell like America or some shit. We'd have to sell this ICA. The last couple letters of the fucking... What the fuck are you playing?
Sorry.
This is for America, sir.
We're podcasting for America.
Yeah.
This is the I Love America Too Much podcast.
Me gusta America because yo soy un citizen. I went from Spanish to French. You see that?
I am your boy, Rusty Johnson.
What?
From Dallas, Texas. And I'm here with my co-host. Now,
Jim Bob from Louisiana.
Jim Bob. I was actually going to go with, you were going to be the immigrant. You were going to be the immigrant Mexican.
Jim Bob. I got to do it better in Louisiana.
You do it better in Louisiana. That's true. You go, since you go southern.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, you're just straight from the bayou.
Back in my day.
No. See, if you're gonna be like a Louisiana,
but I do Louisiana from back in the 50s.
See, if you're gonna be a Louisiana dude, you're gonna have to.
See, I can't. I do southern.
You gotta round out your vowels a little bit more.
Typical Southern man from the 50s. Now, back in my day, Pepper Farm days.
Pepper Farm remembers. Do you remember when them old colored boys used to have to stay on their side of the street?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, yeah, he sure does.
Remember when women didn't get all uppity and you could take your day out on them and they wouldn't complain? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
You know, the crazy thing is that's... As much as we joke about shit like that, that was life.
That's the history of the United States.
That's...
Do you know that there was... I don't know if it's true.
That's the most scary thing, I feel like, when you're growing up as a kid. Because you joke about certain things until you, like, when you get to a certain age, you're like, yeah, we're joking about this shit, but this shit is all real.
it came from a real...
Like the nursery rhymes, how you think nursery rhymes are, like, something very nice.
The Rosie and stuff everything, like that.
And then you come to find out when you get older, all these rosary rhymes are from, like, deaths and massacres.
Yeah, Ring Around the Rosies was about the Black Plague.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh, well, fuck, man. What the fuck? What's good? Like...
Yeah, like the history of
of man is making good out of like evil. There's always evil was the beginning.
The fairy tales,
and then we made good out of it, and
fairy
then
tales,
the good is what's layered everywhere.
Like all the Disney fairy tales, like the original ones, Snow White, Cinderella,
all of them
stuff. They're all from like crazy fucking bloody Nordic stories. Maleficent.
What is that from? That's from...
I don't know where that's from. I think that's from continuation of Cinderella or something like that. Something from the Cinderella world, I want to say.
But isn't Cinderella like a take on like something crazy.
No, Cinderella is an old German folk tale.
Right.
I'm talking about like ancient German folk tale. Like I said, that's a little bit more bloody and shit like that, but they adapted it obviously to the screen differently for the kids.
When I went to college, they gave me this book. I went to a literature class, and they gave me this book that I still have to this day, and I love it. It's a book like this big, but it's really loose paper.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the greatest speeches, poems, tales of anything are in that book. It's
nice. That's awesome.
It's like they have Beowulf, the original, with the actual Saxon, or I forgot type of language.
Okay.
Saxonal, or I forgot what the name is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's like pre the English language when...
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah. So it's like...
I think the word you're looking for is Anglo-Saxon.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I'm too high. I was like, Assassinode.
Yeah, let's go with too high. Let's go with that one.
Excelsior.
Thank you, Stan.
Thank you, Stan.
I'm literally who I am. I'm Stan Lee when Age of Ultron. Excelsior. You remember that shit? And he drinks Thor's fucking like liquor.
Oh Jesus!
It's like, so was Omaha Beach, Blondie. Give it here.
As always, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Parental Advisory Cast, on Twitter at Parental Podcast, and on Snapchat at PA Podcast. Thank you to everybody that has been showing us love on the Facebook like page, and on the Instagram pages and the Twitter pages. Thank you very much. I mean, I say it week after week, but it's only because it's true. I every time I see those notifications pop up, and I just see, Parental Advisory has gotten another like or another post like or something like that. So thank you very much. We got some big things coming for you guys. That I think you guys are going to be very excited for. We're just gonna be able to grow our audience a lot more. So we are in the works of getting some things done. So we are gonna we're gonna go ahead and continue working on that, and we'll keep you updated on when we come up with that for y'all. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you very much. And if you haven't followed the Facebook like page, it's like I mentioned previously, Parental Advisory Cast. So Jesus Christ. So
did you see what I just saw?
Yes, I fucking saw. Of course, I fucking saw it. It's right there, you jackass. Jesus Christ! I'm in the middle of a goddamn outro.
I'm so sorry, but somebody
and this
just
asshole
tagged
just puts this video
of
somebody bleeding to death. Basically,
I didn't know. Somebody just tagged me in some crazy shit.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ!
Oh
Anyhow, so it was funny. It was funny, but for goddamn, show some goddamn professionalism.
Oh wow!
All right, show some decorum, sir.
Shut the fuck up, Steven. Finish up. Wrap it up.
Anyhow, as always, you can follow me at jserve954 on all social media, jservetv on YouTube, brolife.net for all my music, as well as search Brolife on all major streaming platforms. Yeah, be on the lookout for that. I got a major announcement for the people coming next week, so be on the lookout for that.
And I'm Ello 463 for all my social media, and Ello YT for my my YouTube and my Twitch.
Ello YT. Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to continue. I didn't know. I thought he was going to keep going. I didn't know if you had something else.
Also support to the brown guy. Hit me up on Snapchat and Instagram. Wilmo _ Chiquito. Do it. Yeah. If you don't want to, there's no pressure. Under pressure. Anyways.
Ding 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 ding. And we out. Ding 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 ding. Out. Ding 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 ding. Ding ding.